hear me out. First, yeah, if you're interested in actually exploring this world, because yes, it is the world. See, let me quickly show you. Here you go. This is an actual real world. Yes, you can explore. Some people will recognize it. Yes, it is the PlayStation Home. So yeah, you'll see stuff like the exclusives, and of course, stuff like this. And yes, you can explore, so that means you can go in here, and if you look to your right, guess who it is? It's your boy. Alright, the PlayStation VR2 headset, meaning PlayStation 5 only VR headset, because this headset is locked to the PlayStation 5, which totally sucks in my opinion. There are cool things about the headset, like eye tracking in the way you can use eye tracking in game. So if there's like a game menu wheel while choosing your weapon, you can just look at the certain weapon, and it's basically like a joystick, like you're choosing up or down. So that's one cool way they're using their eye tracking, besides, like you're looking at a certain direction, and then the pixels and resolution is being focused on where you're looking at, which is also cool, but I did not expect them to do that, especially while in game. You know what I mean? It's a cool way to do it. The finger tracking is not as the best, I would say, compared to the Valve NX. Even the controllers, the way there is no grip, that grips the palm of your hand, at least the top of it, because if they were to show like finger tracking like the Valve NX, it's like right now something's gripping, so it doesn't fall, but without it, if I were to remove it, it's weird. It's like I have to grip it, and it's like, while trying to do this, if not it's gonna fall, and if not it's gonna hit the hand with the little oval shape they have. I think having a little strap like this is way better, in my opinion. See, less movement, just easy. That's it. So that's one part I did not like about it. One cool thing about it that I did notice that a lot of people that I see in videos did not even point out were those little punch holes on the side. At first I thought it was just the design, but after someone pointed out, which not a lot of people did, it's basically like a regular earphone holder. So this headset will not have audio, meaning you're going to have to use one of your old headsets or even earphones, meaning I don't think you're going to be able to use Bluetooth. Now that would be pretty cool, but I think the best experience would probably be wired. Still, you'll just plug it in and then have your earphones, and if you're getting tired, it's just like a little holder here, and that's pretty cool in my opinion. So for the headset you're gonna have to put on your VR headset, and then your gaming headset or whatever headset you have, it's gonna be bulky, but I think they'll make it work. Now another cool thing about this headset, besides the eye tracking, the triggers that it has, like, because it's basically like a PlayStation 5 controller, so you'll have a share button as well. I think that's pretty cool. Also, there is a button they have for pass-through, which is cool. Bad thing about it is that it is not colored, meaning, yeah, it's not like the Pico 4 and these upcoming headsets like Quest Pro. It's stuck like the Quest 2, meaning the pass-through will be black and white. Though it seems cool that it's like they still like PlayStation, blue and all this. It's pretty cool the way it looks. One thing I did notice that a lot of people were explaining were that the way you set up eye tracking, it's not just how they're gonna gather your data and be like, oh, he's interested in that, let's recommend them this game. No, supposedly the eye tracking is just to basically maximize the graphics or resolution of where you're looking at. And of course having that cool UI movement that you can use on a game, which is cool. Glad they added that. Some eye tracking does not work, that all they do is to move your eyes and stuff to have more of a IRL feel. So if you're talking to someone, they'll know what you're looking at with eye tracking, but this eye tracking just works to maximize the graphics and to basically use as an extra controller in game, which I think is pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of how when the touchpad was first introduced, how you can just like sometimes flip a coin or do some type of movements with the touchpad on the PlayStation 4 and now on the PlayStation 5. It's pretty cool. And talking about the PlayStation 5, this headset does only need one cable, so you just connect it. and that's it. And it is like the PlayStation 5 controllers, meaning it will have, basically adaptive triggers, and it'll basically have another basically motor or another, and also the headset has it as well supposedly, and it's just to give you a much more best immersion ever. But from what I've seen is that a lot of people probably didn't notice, some people did, unlike others. There is thickness on the side of the headset. It basically blocks, no sunlight or God rays or whatever. And supposedly people are saying it is perfect. I don't know, but it explains why it's bulky. I mean, it does have a slider, so it grips and stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. I mean, besides the specs, which is like 90 hertz, and supposedly it goes to up to 120 hertz, and then the 2000 by 2040 per eye. I'm gonna just wait until people actually have it in hand, the final version. But supposedly that's what you're gonna get out of the headset. The old headset cost like $399, but this one could cost $499. Also, another thing, the headset basically has sliders, so it's pretty cool. I mean, reminds me of the Valve Index, so it's a good thing they have that type of design, unlike the Quest, which is just like a little, I don't know how to explain it. You have to buy an Elite to have a better experience, but it doesn't have the little thing. It just has like a little dial, which I think that's cool now. Which is better experience to overall, the weight difference between the back and the front of your head. But one thing I'm getting from Sony is that they're trying to hit the Apple ecosystem route, meaning that, again, you cannot use this headset for PC games. It is locked to the console, meaning not Sony's consoles, meaning all of them, like PlayStation 4. No, this is strictly locked to the PlayStation 5. And that brings another point, which could change, and this is the thing. If you have a lot of library games of PlayStation 4, PC VR1 games, you will not be able to play them on the PlayStation VR2. As of right now, from the information that we got, here's a clip.
Questions from some friends and some gamers just about whether or not they might be able to play original PlayStation VR games on PlayStation VR2. So what say you?
PSVR games are not compatible with PSVR2 because PSVR2 is designed to deliver a truly next-generation VR experience.
Which basically sort of what explains that, you more than likely, if you have a library full of games, a PSVR1, you will not be able to play them on the PSVR2, which is kind of weird in my opinion. I don't know why would they do that. Supposedly controller difference and all this other stuff, but to me it just sounds lazy. It's not like PC. I mean, let's say I have a Quest 2 and then the Valve Index or an HTC headset, and I have a full library of games. You're telling me if I use an older headset and a newer headset, I will not be able to play those games? No, I would say that that's just weird, and it's kind of dumb, I can play all of them, regardless of what headset I have. They'll just have hardware limitations, I don't know why Sony cannot do that, but as of right now, it is confirmed that you will not be able to play your PSVR1 library games, which sucks. Meaning, if you want to go back, you'll have to buy a headset, or it'll kind of be their own way of saying, oh, you want to play your old ones? Here, buy them again. PS5 version. You know what I mean? It sucks, but I don't know. It feels like they're trying to make more money out of something that they shouldn't. Honestly, when it comes to that, the only game I'm looking forward to is this game called Dreams. Oh man, the only game I want to play, and I haven't played that game, is the Avatar: The Last Airbender. So cool. I mean, made by Elka Gaming. He also streams it, I believe, which is pretty cool. Please support it. I still think till this day he's still working on it. But when that PSVR2 is released, that's the first game I actually want to play. It just, I don't know, in VR, bro. But hey, that's totally a different video. I'm gonna probably end up releasing later. But yeah, I think these are my overall thoughts. It's a cool headset. It does have its limitations. It does suck that it's locked to a console. The cable, it just needs one. Supposedly it's 5 meters. Eye tracking, you can use it in game, and it has its purpose in game, and it also focuses more on where you're looking at. Has an earphone holder, which is cool. It does not have audio. I mean, you're gonna have to use your own headset, or even regular earphones, wired earphones. Matter of fact, controllers are alright. It does have pass-through capabilities, which the headset can see black and white when setting up your play space. It's pretty cool. And overall, I think it's a good headset. But as of right now, with the information, if this is going to be your first VR headset, I would say make sure you have extra money for PSVR2 games. Do not include your PSVR1 games that you're going to be able to play. And also, if you do have a PS5 console, are you okay with it being locked only to that? Meaning you won't be able to play the Quest 2 games or PC games. You know what I mean? That sucks. Yeah, that really does. But if you do have it, I would say wait for reviews, bro. Wait for a lot of things, because even though they will have AAA games on it, it's just like it will be limited, I don't know. It's very confusing to even recommend something like that, I don't know. Just wait for reviews. Don't pre-order it. So if you're new to VR and you want to buy a headset, I would say buy a used Quest 2 headset. Be careful when buying. Don't buy those that are in the sun, because it could have, in burn screens from the sun. Yes, having a headset outside the Quest 2 can burn the lenses inside, basically, or even the display inside the headset, which can cause burning. And no, man, you don't want that. So use Quest 2. It's pretty good. You want to wait for the Quest Pro, go ahead. If you live in Europe and all that, I would say don't buy the Quest 2, buy the Neo Pico 4. From what it sounds to be a good headset, but still, Quest 2 used under $200 or $200, fully working with no problems, is good to go. I'll have to have the PlayStation VR2 in my hands to actually give a full review, but these are just my thoughts on it. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed everything about this. But of course, as always, Jesus Christ loves you, and I hope you have a blessed day. Stay blessed.